How significant for you was that win on the weekend in terms of the way the midfield operated? Is that the best you played?
I think it was our best four-quarter performance. The thing that stands out for me was our pressure. The pressure we applied for the duration of the game really allowed us to play the game in our forward half and gave our forwards a chance to kick a good score.
And Elliot Yeo playing in the midfield, his first half was outstanding. Would you like to see him stay in the midfield?
Elliot's playing a really important role for us at the moment. We've seen him play on Pavlich down back, but then he's that big-bodied midfielder, and that's really good for our side because he's so versatile.
And against Port, you think you'd need him in there? You probably will, won't you?
Oh, he's, like I was saying, he's going to have plenty of roles this year, but I love playing alongside him in the midfield, and he's a very confident guy who loves being in the middle of it, so he'll play an important role.
Is it true his hand's not quite fixed yet? I saw him showing it to you at the end of the game and they were comparing. Is it so he's not totally fit either?
Oh, if he's out there playing, he's fully fit, so he had the hand troubles in the pre-season, but he seems to be over that and he's confident he'll be able to play with it throughout the year.
How did JK pull up? I mean, finished off the game pretty well, but how is he today? Have you seen him?
Yeah, JK finished the game really strongly, kicked some good goals for us, and he seems to pull up pretty well. So he'll be managed throughout the week, and I'm looking forward to taking on Port Adelaide.
The elbow won't be a concern?
At this stage, I think he'll be fine.
How do you feel when you hear that expression, flat track bullies? What's your reaction to that?
GWS came over here, second on the ladder, in really good form, and we came out and got on top early and were able to finish the game strong. So that's all we can ever ask for, a four-quarter strong performance.
How tough was the six-day break come back from Brisbane? The coach said like it was a bit tight, that's why he got subbed out. He had a couple of guys with ankles, Luke and Will. Was the six-day break off a Brisbane trip, is that something that's as hard as anything in AFL footy?
We've got really good standards now with our recovery. I think coming off round one, that was a 6-day break, and again off Brisbane, and we've performed really well off those. So we're really confident, regardless of the break, we can perform at the level we did on the weekend.
How's life as a Brownlow medalist now? Do you find you're approached differently by opponents when you're playing?
Nothing's changed at all. I go out there really clear on my role and looking to do that as best I can, and nothing's changed.
How have you assessed your own year so far?
I think I've been consistent and I've been able to play my role, and I'm just really enjoying my footy. I think we've got a really good group of guys coming through. We've seen some young guys really stand up for us, and that's really exciting for our future.
Matt, we all know how tough a challenge Port Adelaide Oval is. Is this weekend about earning some respect for your team?
We're really looking forward to getting over and playing a quality side in Port Adelaide. Obviously it's a great facility, great atmosphere, be finals like, and that's going to be a great experience for our side.
But there has been talk about how the sides matched up against finalists last year. Is it important to show that you can at least go with a side that's considered one of the best?
Absolutely. We want to challenge ourselves out against the best. Port Adelaide have shown, they were a kick away from grand final last year, and there's no better time for us to stand up and really compete well against this side.
I know you asked earlier about Elliot Yeo, but fans were pretty excited about that second quarter. How's he going to handle the pressure of people saying, well, this is the midfielder that's going to help us over the next couple of years?
I think Elliot will thrive on that. He's confident and he's got great belief in his own ability. So I think he'll really enjoy, if he gets a little bit more pressure on him, I think he'll thrive on that.
Do you think you need a big scalp? Matt, you talked about the challenge. Do you think you need a big scalp to silence some of the critics who are saying you're flat track bullies?
We need to win as many games as we can to play finals footy, and that means you're going to have to beat some real quality sides. We probably haven't been able to do that in the past, and that's the next step for our playing group.
Have a look at the showdown yesterday, and if so, what did you make of it?
It was a great contest. Both sides had their opportunities, and Port Adelaide were probably, stronger for longer and able to kick their goals when they had to.
So Boak and Gray, obviously two very good midfielders. Would you like to go up against them head to head, or how does it normally go with Port Adelaide for you?
As a midfield group, you play together, and that's probably where the game, or it's always where the game is won and lost. Matt Loeby's a fantastic ruckman and really competes well, gives them great looks. So Nick and Callum or Scotty, whoever plays, will have a lot of work.
Do you normally get tagged though, or do you normally go against them?
Oh, it's hard to say. We'll just have to see how the week plays out, and obviously we'll plan as best we can for them.
How well do you rate Port Adelaide's midfield? I think you've said past, Freo is the best at the moment, but you've got the likes of Boat and Gray. Ebert's in tremendous form, and then they've fed the forwards Westhoff, Paddy Ryder, Schultz. I mean, how good are Port Adelaide's midfield at the moment?
They're a really good blend. They've got some great speed. Boat is a great leader, and Robbie Gray, who's just got great agility and awareness. He's a real modern day midfielder. I love watching him play. So that's exciting for us. We're an improving, developing midfield, and there's going to be challenges.
Just on their forward line as well, those three key tools. I imagine this is one of the weeks that you really do get a real big test for Jeremy McGovern as well. He might not be able to peel off and go for those marks as he has been.
If our pressure in the midfield is really good, as it was on the weekend, then that gives our backs a great chance. They can play proactive footy, and it gives Jeremy and Will, those sorts of guys, a chance to really go to work and play to their strengths.
Matt, you get a closer look at Nick Naitanui than any of us and most people. How have you seen him sort of take on that role post the Dan Cox era in the first month of the year?
He's been fantastic. His work rate is amazing. So it's the pressure that he applies with his smothers, chases, spoils that a lot of people don't see. His ruck work is fantastic, but it's the pressure that he applies that I respect him the most for.
Just on taking on the competition heavyweights, we saw a few weeks ago against Fremantle that team didn't quite live up to it in the first half. Is there a real kind of determination amongst the players to prove their worth against one of the best sides?
Absolutely. We were first to put our hands up and say that was unacceptable. We were completely outplayed in that first half, and I think we've taken a lot out of that. And we'll get an opportunity this week to hopefully show that we've improved.
Yeah, you're in obviously the second year under Simpson now. What are some of the improvements that you've noticed among the team as a whole?
Yeah, I think our style of play is always evolving. We're an improving side, and I think when we've got ball in hand, I think our skills have been really good.